This is the Jasion RetroVolt Electric Bike, a retro-styled, moped-like e-bike with chunky 20 by 4-inch fat tires, a long cushion saddle, dual suspension, and a high-carbon steel frame that looks like it rolled out of a vintage garage. The look is the hook. The first time I saw it, the stance and lines made me smile. It has that mini moto vibe, but with pedals, lights, and a modern LCD. I went in curious and a little skeptical, because I'd heard mixed things about specs and components. After putting miles on it across city streets, gravel paths, and rough neighborhoods, I have a clear sense of where it shines and where you should set expectations. Key features that stood out to me are the punchy brushless hub motor, the removable 48-volt 13Ah battery with an IPX6 water resistance rating, the full suspension setup, and the lighting package with turn signals. The brand lists the motor as 750 watts, with up to 1500 watt peak and 99 newton-meters of torque. In plain terms, torque is the push you feel when taking off or climbing. On the road, that translates to quick launches at stoplights and confident hill work. I won't pretend every unit rides exactly the same. Different listings and rider reports mention different power figures, but the seat of the pants feel is consistent. It pulls hard for an e-bike at this price. From my experience, throttle mode is where this bike feels most natural. You can pedal, and it does have a 7-speed drivetrain plus 5 pedal assist levels, but the long, non-adjustable moped seat and the bike's weight make it more of a cruiser than a traditional bicycle. Pedal assist, or pass, just means the motor helps when you pedal. It's handy when you want to extend range or keep speed without relying fully on the throttle. I used pass on mixed rides and kept speeds in the mid-20s mph easily. On open stretches with the settings configured, I saw around 30 miles per hour on the display, which lines up with the listing. Just remember, local rules may limit how fast and where you can ride an e-bike. Comfort is a real highlight. The front fork and rear shock take the sting out of cracked pavement and curb cuts, and the fat tires add a cushion that makes sketchy surfaces feel less stressful. The saddle is thick and supportive for long cruises, and the wheelbase feels planted, which helps new riders feel stable. The trade-off is weight. High-carbon steel is tough and gives the frame a sturdy feel, but it also makes the bike heavy. The listing claims up to a 450-pound max load. I can't verify the exact number, but it does feel robust. The downside is you won't love pushing it upstairs or pedaling it home with the power off. This rides closer to a light electric motorcycle than a nimble bicycle. The cockpit is a mix of nice and basic. The LCD is bright and easy to read in sunlight, showing speed, battery, and mode clearly. The included lights go beyond the usual. The headlight is bright, the taillight is clear, and having integrated turn signals is a big plus for city riding. There's often a rear rack, and some setups include a rear seat cushion or a front basket, which adds real daily utility. The grips, shifters, and brake levers fall on the budget side. They work, but they don't feel premium, and that's a theme across a few parts. Braking deserves a straight answer. The bike comes with mechanical disc brakes. They can stop the bike, but with this much mass and speed, I wanted more bite and less squeal. Mechanical systems use a cable, while hydraulic brakes use fluid for stronger, more consistent force with less hand effort. If you plan to ride fast, carry loads, or take on hills, upgrading to hydraulic brakes is one of the most meaningful improvements you can make. Out of the box, I had to tweak caliper alignment and bed in the pads to reduce noise. Not a deal breaker, but it takes a little patience. Battery life depends a lot on how you ride, your weight, terrain, and weather. The company says up to 70 miles in PS. I treated that as a best-case scenario. On pure throttle with stop-and-go city riding, I saw a range in the teens to low 20s miles. Using pass at moderate speeds, I got more, and careful riders who keep speeds down and pedal can stretch it. The 13Ah rating refers to how much charge the battery can store. More Ah generally means more miles. Charging time is listed around 4 hours. In my garage, full charges took longer at times, closer to 5 to 6 hours when the battery was pretty low. The removable design is the real win here. Bring the battery inside and charge it at your desk or in your apartment, and leave the heavy bike locked up. IPX6 means it can handle strong water spray, but I still avoid submerging connections or leaving it in heavy rain for hours. Build quality and finish are mostly solid for the price, with paint that looks sharp and welds that fit the aesthetic. I did notice that colors can look a bit different in person compared to photos. Assembly is mostly straightforward because it arrives largely pre-built. I still had to true a rotor slightly, adjust shifting, and recheck bolts. If you're handy with an Allen key and a basic toolkit, it's not hard. If you're brand new, I'd suggest a quick tune by a local shop for brakes and gears to get it perfect. In my opinion, The RetroVolt is made for riders who want style, comfort, and straightforward power without paying luxury brand prices. It's perfect for weekend cruises, short to medium commutes, and running errands with some flair. It's also a strong option if you're new to e-bikes and want something stable that doesn't beat you up over rough pavement. The motor feels lively, the suspension soaks up the city, and the lighting and display make daily use easy. There are trade-offs. It's heavy. The stock brakes are just okay. The listed range is optimistic unless you ride gently and use pass. There have also been mixed reports on specs from different listings, which can be confusing. From my experience, the best way to approach this bike is to see it as a fun platform that you can tune to your preferences. Swap tires later if you want better road grip or puncture resistance. Consider hydraulic brakes if you ride fast or carry weight. Keep bolts snug, bed in your pads, and you'll get more out of it. I'd recommend this for riders who love the retro look, want strong acceleration, and don't mind a little tinkering to dial in the brakes and drivetrain. If you live upstairs without an elevator, need to carry the bike often, or want a super light pedal-focused ride, this won't be your favorite. If you want flawless out-of-the-box refinement and top-tier components, you'll need to spend more or pick a lighter, more bicycle-like model. A quick note for anyone new to e-bikes: pass is pedal assist. It helps you when you're pedaling. Throttle mode moves the bike with a wrist twist. Torque, listed here up to 99 nm, is how hard the motor pushes from a stop or up a hill. Amp hours, 13, a hint at how far you can go. Higher numbers usually mean more range. IPX6 on the battery means it resists strong water spray, but it's not meant for dunking. These basics help you compare bikes and match them to how you actually ride. In conclusion, the Jasion RetroVolt delivers a fun, cushy, and stylish ride that puts a grin on your face. The power feels real, the comfort is legit, and the look turns heads. It asks you to accept its weight and a few budget parts, and it rewards you with a lively cruise and a unique vibe you don't see every day. If that mix matches your goals, I think you'll enjoy it. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more honest reviews and drop your questions or your own experience with the RetroVolt in the comments. Thank you for watching.